Oh man, it's a long story. It takes me back.
Hello, I'm Tessalina with Entertainment Buzz. Make sure if you haven't already to like, share, and subscribe. And today we have a special guest, Dujuan Thomas. So, a little bit about you, Dujuan. Where did you grow up?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Paducah, Kentucky. Lived there most all of my life. Graduated from Paducah Tillman. Went on to the University of Louisville, where I'm almost finished with finally. And just I've been back and forth between Louisville and Paducah, but Paducah is always going to be my home.
Okay. So, what is Dujuan Thomas Live? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Dujuan Thomas Live is my talk show that I created this year. The goal for my show was just to bring on notable locals and celebrity guests, and just to give a platform to those locals. And also I bring on a musical guest as well. So it's all about just building up the community and building up other people's brands. And with that show, I just hope that it inspires, motivates, and encourages all the people that watch it.
Okay, so what got you started as a celebrity interviewer?
Yeah, so celebrity interviews, oh man. It's a long story. It takes me back thinking about it because my first major interview was with LeVar Ball and LiAngelo Ball. And just thinking back on that time, it's amazing to me. And all I can do is thank God for blessing me with the network because it's been networking, just talking to people and just making those connections.
To date, how many celebrity interviews have you done?
So, oh man, I should have did the math before I came in, but it's probably close to maybe 30 or 40. It's getting up there around this time.
So what are some of the biggest names that you've interviewed?
Yeah, some of the biggest names. There's been a lot. And sometimes when people ask me, I get lost in like who I have interviewed. That's why I always have to refer to my website because it has them listed. But some of the biggest names have to be in the gospel world, Jacqueline Carr, Dorinda Clark Cole, J.J. Hairston. And one of my most biggest interviews is with Dog the Bounty Hunter. So that one was amazing. And then, there's just been so many. I'm trying to think of them all. My friend Stevie Mackey out in L.A., he's one of the greatest vocal coaches in America, honestly. So those are some of the biggest names.
So how was L.A.? Was it hard adjusting to the city lifestyle?
Yeah, so being out in L.A. all the time, it's fun. I for one don't think I could live in a big city like LA unless I'm getting $1 million a year. That's the only way I could live out there. But I've got great friends and I got family out there. And one of my friends being Stevie Mackey, who brought me out there I think this was 2018 or 2019, and just to let me experience the LA lifestyle, the Hollywood lifestyle, just seeing all the glamour, the stars. I met LMA, J-Lo, Blake McGrath, so many great people while he was just mentoring me in that whole lifestyle. And that kind of is what led me into my celebrity interviews, honestly, now that I think back on it, and just meeting those people and just seeing what that life was like. And it's fun. It's a big city, and the sun is nice. I love the weather every time I go because I get out of Kentucky, get out of this humid weather, and it's just cool breeze and sunshine out there. So it's amazing out there.
Right. So if you had to pick 3 of your top interviews, who would it be and why?
Yeah, so top 3, that's kind of a hard one, but I guess I could say number 1 has to be my friend Stevie because, just getting to, interview a close friend of mine that's been doing this and just learning, learning more about his craft and why he does it. And, I started my interviews just to, gain knowledge and wisdom from these people because they're obviously know what they're doing. They're already successful. So I've always just wanted to gain that knowledge and also share it through my videos. But yeah, Stevie has to be number 1. Number 2, I would have to say it's probably LeVar and LiAngelo because they were my first ever major interview. So I never forget that and the advice he gave. Like one thing that LeVar told me that's always stuck with me is that whatever you want may not come in a day and a week, but are you willing to wait 20 years down the road? And that's always stuck with me because, this journey hasn't been quick as some people may see. They see me now and like, oh my gosh, you're doing all this stuff. But it was a long road to get here, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity. And then I guess number three, I guess Dog the Bounty Hunter. I can't leave him out because, he was one of my biggest interviews, so he'll always have that for now.
How do you go about finding these celebrities to interview, and how does that process work?
Yeah, so honestly, like I said, I got to give honor to God because he's just blessed me with a network and great people that he's put in my life that have just led me to these interviews. But how to do it, and how I do it now is basically my name is finally growing to a level that I'm able to just reach out to these people and reach out to their teams and just say, hey, I got my show, or I just want to interview you for my channel or whatever. And it's really that simple. It's kind of crazy to say that now because looking back 3 years ago, I could have never imagined hitting up Dorinda Clark Cole and saying, "Hey, I want an interview for my show," and her saying, getting back with me like, "Yes, I'll be on your show." So it's amazing, but it just takes those steps of getting there, and I guess I'm finally getting there with those steps. And just networking. Networking has been a major part of just getting where I'm at with these interviews.
Right, and it's such a blessing to be able to work with those people. And if you could pick one celebrity in particular to interview, who would it be?
Oh man, I got asked this question recently, so it's fresh on my mind. I have a kind of a 10-person list that I have, but number one on that list, I have to say is Will Smith. Like, I've always looked up to him, and his journey in general has like just been so amazing and inspiring to me. But it takes me back to Stevie. One thing that he told me while I was out there, because I told him like, oh, I want to interview Will Smith. He was like, be somebody that Will Smith wants to meet. So hopefully one day I will be that person that Will Smith says like, I want him to interview me for my movie, for whatever I got going on. So hopefully one day soon that will happen.
And that would be such a great benefit to be able to work with him. What inspired you to start Dujuan Thomas Live?
Yeah, so the inspiration behind my show was just to inspire, motivate, and encourage. I'm getting to a level, like I said, that my name is finally getting recognized. So it was just being able to bring on other people because I've always wanted to lift up others and give back to my community. So starting my show was kind of that first step in giving back. So being able to bring people on my show and just allow them to meet a new demographic, a different demographic, and a bigger demographic. So that's kind of been the biggest inspiration.
So I heard that you ran for mayor of Paducah, Kentucky. How was that experience, and what did you learn from that experience?
Yeah, it was honestly so amazing. Like, I enjoyed being able to be a voice for the voiceless and just speaking up on the issues that have been ignored for far too long in our community. The experience itself was, being the youngest mayoral candidate in Kentucky history was very, I wouldn't say overwhelming because I'm always an outspoken person. I'm always out there and I'm not afraid to be in front of the cameras and the people. But it was a big learning experience too because like I had never been on a stage with other mayor candidates debating on live television. Like that was a whole jump from just doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. So the experience was amazing, and just like I said, being a voice for the people of my city was the biggest, I think, and the best thing that I did while running for mayor. Just being a servant to the people.
So what's next for Dujuan? Do you have any exciting projects coming up or any new interviews that you would like to do?
Yeah, so my show, we finally finished season 1, so you can watch that on my YouTube. And then hopefully in the future, I don't like to spoil things, but I'm in the works and in the talks with a company, so my show may be distributed on some other platforms. So I'm excited for that. But other than that, I am going to start expanding on my YouTube channel, start putting out more vlogs like from today, doing this interview and all my other TV interviews. I want to start putting that out there so people can just get to learn more about me and see me because, I've always grown my name off the names of these celebrities I interview, but I think it's about time that I start sharing my name and who I am and putting my face out there. So coming up, I will be putting out some more YouTube videos, and then also the political world. I plan on running again, and the next election is in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm planning on and getting ready for that. I've been networking with that. So George Jones, I'm in contact with him. He's the youngest legislator in Michigan. And so I'm planning on running again. And I'm not sure what part I want to go into. I may do the city council, or I may go U.S. representative of Kentucky. So I'm still weighing my options with that, but those are some of the things that I got coming up.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure having you on our show today. And make sure you all like, share, and subscribe to Dujuan Thomas Live on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in to Entertainment Buzz.